Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, welcome to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasson with you. Thanks for joining us as we tape downtown in the lobby of Fairfield Federal. It's another beautiful day, certainly summer-like here in Lancaster and Fairfield County, but we're glad you can join us. Talk about one of my favorite places now to begin our show is the Fairfield County District Library, just a block or so down the road here, and it's a pleasure to have on with us Lea Carrigan. Lea is Coordinator of Adult Services?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay,
yes.
Very good. Your first time on the show, I think.
It is,
All right.
yeah.
So Becky kind of handed this off to you today, and thanks for taking up the mantle there of doing
She's
this.
She's a busy lady.
I know she is. But I tell Becky all the time, I think we could have you on about as much as anybody in town, because the library is involved in so many things around the community, not just here in Lancaster, but certainly you have branches all around. But
yes. And we're constantly doing different things.
Library is a busy, busy place.
It is, especially right now. Summer, it's our busiest season. It's very hopping in the library.
I had Dave Smith on last week, and we were talking about the library. It used to be over here in City Hall. It used to be up on the second floor, and it was books. That's what the library was. Nothing but books. You had the card catalog, the Dewey Decimal System, blah, blah, blah. We were cavemen as we looked around for books up there and did that. But now, I mean, my goodness, the things that you're involved in terms of media and electronic things going on, and it's really
and
grown.
Community things, too.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the passes to all the local museums, so a lot of community involvement too.
Yeah,
so not just books anymore.
Well, you just do a great job in the community. District Library is just a great resource. There's so many things in the area. And the Garrett Room upstairs, I know you use that for multiple things throughout the year, shows and plays, and a lot goes on.
And
art exhibits,
programs,
sure. So we're going to hit on just a few of them here to talk about. And of course, as you indicated, perhaps your busiest time of the year is summer, and a big part of that has to be your summer reading program.
Yes, absolutely. The library is just a very exciting place in the summertime, and not quiet. We've got a lot of programs going on.
A lot of young people.
Yes, lots of young people. But a lot of people, when they think summer reading, they think for little kids.
Yeah.
But summer reading isn't just for little kids.
Really?
We have programs for teens and adults as well.
Oh.
Yeah, so adults can come in and get rewarded for reading. This year, people are able to enter for the grand prize, which is a $100 gift card to Target. Wow. And anyone who completes the reading program will get a coffee mug with the library's logo on it.
Nice.
It's a nice size coffee mug.
Nice.
So if you enjoy coffee like I do, or any beverage that can be consumed.
So have the teens and adults been in this for several years now?
Oh yeah, we've always done teen and adult summer reading. It's just people are always surprised. Yes, they always just associate
with the kids.
Yes, absolutely.
Something to keep the kids engaged till they go back to school in the fall. Now that they're out. So in terms of people that you see come into your, let's just talk about the main library here, because that's the one I frequent the most. Does the amount of people come in really increase in the summer?
Yes.
Really?
Absolutely. There are days where you can't find a parking space near the library.
Yeah.
It does get very busy, especially for some of the special programs for the children for summer reading. It does get very busy in the building. On the lower level, though, it does get a little bit quieter. So if you're looking for a quiet place to read, you can come downstairs to the lower level.
Okay.
It's usually a little calmer down there, but the first and second floor are always hopping.
Happen in place. I was coming by there today, and I just noticed you still have the lockers outside. That's a feature that's, I guess, since COVID kind of taken over, but that's what you make requests, you pick up a book and they put it in the locker if you request it that way?
Yes, if you request that your holds be placed in the locker, we put them in there for you. and then you've got 5 days to come and pick them up. And so if you're someone who works weird shifts and you can't get to the library, but you can drive by at 11 o'clock at night, you can still pick up your books.
Nice,
so
nice.
yeah, we try to make it as convenient as
Almost
possible.
24/7.
Well, with our digital collection, we are 24/7
And
now.
I'll give you a quick plug too. Just we'll get back to the things we want to talk about. But I forget the name of the book, but I wanted a book, and it wasn't available here, but it was available at Wagnalls. Well, with the work between you and other libraries around, they were able to get it down here. I was able to drop it back off there at the chute when I got it, but worked out perfect.
Yeah, we move materials between our libraries, not just in Central Ohio, but even across the state. We can get things for people pretty quickly.
Yeah, go on the website, the Fairfield County District Library, look it up on your search engine, you can find it. They've got so much stuff. The website is very interactive, lots of information on there. It's a ton of stuff. Now, something I hadn't heard of, and I thought maybe it was a typo here, ProQuest Historical Newspapers. Does that have to do with the Eagle Gazette?
Yeah, it does. It's a collection of historical newspapers from Ohio, so it's not just the Lancaster Eagle Gazette, but they do have the Lancaster Eagle Gazette going back to 1915.
Unreal.
It's current up to a couple of days ago.
Wow.
So they get the papers in there pretty quickly. It just takes a couple of days, but you can search articles for things that happened way back when. With just a few keywords, you can pull up, when was that fire on that street that we used to live on? Put in a few keywords and you can pull up the article that you're looking for.
So this is something that's brought up by a computer. It's not the actual newspapers.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the actual newspapers were scanned.
And electronically.
Yeah. And
now,
it's
these used to be on
keyword
some kind
searchable.
of, I forget what it was called. It was like a tape, but you could look it up and look it up.
Microfilm, yeah.
Microfilm, and you go through it faster until you got near the day you wanted. But
Yes.
again, we were caveman back then when we were doing that.
We-
You're so on top of it now.
We still have the microfilm, but the microfilm goes back even farther for us. But the database, the ProQuest database, has got, you can see the whole page. So it's really interesting to go through and just pull up, random papers and see, what the advertisements looked like back then, because it's so different now. Just the way we prioritize things has changed. So seeing, it's just fascinating to look at the
Now,
paper.
is that all in the lower level?
You can do this from the comfort of your own home, from our website.
Just go on there and get linked into it.
Yep,
How nice is that?
fcdlibrary.org. It's under our digital research tools, so you can find the ProQuest link and you just put in your library card number and it allows you access.
And so go to the website, because the things we're talking about here, if you're not familiar with it, you can go to the website and it's all that info. It's a great website, lots of stuff.
Thanks.
What is LinkedIn Learning?
LinkedIn Learning is another database that we have. It is, many people are familiar with LinkedIn, kind of the networking tool that people use for their careers. LinkedIn Learning they are on-demand video tutorials. And they are taught by industry leaders. These courses are taught by industry leaders.
Pretty high level.
Yes, so it's not just somebody on the web who's working out of their basement. These are professionals who are teaching these courses, and you can search for videos like, I've got 10 minutes, I want to learn something, and pull up an Excel video that's less than 10 minutes long and learn how to do something new in Excel. Or you can do a whole course. They have, what are they called? Like career paths, where you can take they'll recommend certain courses that you take, and it's like all the essentials that you need
Almost
to know.
get a degree through this.
Right, to improve your skills in HR or photography or video editing, or there's just so many different.
I guess there is no
Yes.
limit to it. Just your imagination would be.
Right, yeah.
LinkedIn Learning.
Yes.
And that's, again, you can find it on the
Under
website.
digital services and online learning, we have a link to it there.
Our guest is Lea Carrigan. She is with the Fairfield County District Library, Coordinator of Adult Services. And one more quick thing, everything is available on the website. Anything that you pretty much do down there, except check out a book physically and or a CD or some of the things you do there. Between libraries, everything on the website.
And we do offer technology classes as well. So for people who need help with the website, we will help you learn that too.
The Fairfield County District Library is just a tremendous resource here in the community. We're so fortunate the way you have grown down there and gotten bigger and stayed on top of all the technologies on there. So give our best to your boss, Executive Director Becky Shade. Lea Carrigan has been nice enough to come join us today. Full-time job.
Yes.
Better let you get back there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, Lea Carrigan with the Fairfield County District Library. We'll be back in just a moment.
The Lancaster Festival is back for its 40th and best season yet, with visual artists and star-studded concerts. The festival is an amazing experience for all ages, featuring dozens of free and paid ticketed events, including concerts with country star Lee Bryan, legendary pop group Wilson Phillips, and much, much more.
Hold on for one more day.
To see a full schedule and purchase tickets for festival events, visit lancasterfestival.org today.
The staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
I want a doctor who listens to me.
From primary care to specialty medicine, we put your needs first by treating you like a person, not a number. Our primary care team will help you identify your healthcare needs and set goals for success, regardless of where you are in your wellness journey. We care for patients of all ages, with offices that are close to you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
What I like about my job as a prevention supervisor is I'm able to help train our staff along with working with our schools and building those relationships within our school districts in Fairfield County. And then also I like that in my position, I'm able to hire interns that are going into the social work field so they have that opportunity to step into the field before just starting their degree right off the bat.
This job really gave me a chance to work on some of the bigger systems issues. So making sure that we're an equitable system, that we treat everybody fairly. So people of color, people who have experienced trauma, people who have been through poverty, LGBTQ youth. So it's been really good for me because I've gotten to work not just with individuals, but also working on some of those bigger systems within our county and throughout our state.
I am driven by my belief that every individual deserves an opportunity to achieve mental and emotional balance, and I'm very passionate about contributing to that process.
I like the people that I work with and that I meet every day. I often feel that I am meeting these really driven people who want to make a difference in their community, and it's very inspiring to me.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
You quit smoking and thought, that's that. But here's the thing about lung cancer. By the time you see the symptoms, it could be too late. But now, There's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early when it's more curable. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Back at it at Fairfield today. I want to thank Lea Carrigan from the Fairfield County District Library for joining us today. And we talk about tremendous amount of things the library does. And I guess we go from one organization to another that does a tremendous amount of way different things than perhaps you even know about. We learned from the library, they're not just books anymore, you know. And Meals and Wheels is our subject here, and they're just not Meals on Wheels anymore. Anna Tobin, the executive director, with us. Meals and Wheels, you're way more than that, huh? And that's what you want us to know.
Oh, exactly. And you know, over the course of the past year, we've co-branded the organization, and we are now known as the Senior Hub.
Great name.
Yep, your local Meals on Wheels provider. So we're keeping those two names together for a very important reason, because most people recognize the Meals on Wheels.
And you're not dropping that. If anything, it probably just continues to grow.
Exactly. It's our largest program, and it continues to grow by 6%, 8% each year.
What kind of numbers are we?
I mean, we're pushing out about 1,100 to 1,200 meals a day at this point. And, you know, you look back 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we were at 700 meals.
Can you imagine doing this at
the Olivedale? No. Our kitchen was equipped to do about 700 meals, and we could do no more. There was no more room for equipment. There was no more room for staff in that kitchen. And so over the course of time, then, you know, we purchased the old Cedar Heights Elementary School building. It was retired, renovated it, and we have a larger commercial kitchen, a dining room for the seniors, activity rooms. We have office space now available for our staff.
Timing was perfect.
And the timing was perfect. And so we continue to grow, and we see that coming down the road. You know, we have a great parking lot, a great facility, but we are improving our parking this summer.
Yeah, things get worn down.
Yeah. And so the point with that is there's not enough parking already, and our seniors come to the facility. And you know, at Meals on Wheels, our mission is to improve the quality of life and to help reduce social isolation. So when a senior drives up to our facility, to that entrance door, and there is no parking, we don't want them to turn around and go back home.
No,
that's
please
counterproductive.
don't. Please don't.
We are expanding our parking to make it more convenient, so we can get our vehicles down to a different lot. You know, because we have 22 routes now. You know, that's huge, and we touch every inch of the county, and with those routes, there's a vehicle for each one of those routes. And then we have our care coordinators. You know, we're a staff of almost 75 people, and so you've got all those people parking, you've got clients that come in each day parking, we have volunteers who come in are needing parking. So this year's annual campaign, which is going on right now, will focus on raising funds to support that parking lot project.
Is that kind of a capital program here to do that?
Yeah, and you know our senior services levy.
Well,
we're not allowed to use those funds for
I understand, but believe me, the money goes is well spent here on this. It's used for what you say it's used for.
Absolutely, that senior services levy is for programs and services, you know, for our seniors. That includes meals, minor home repairs, transportation, caregiver support, you know, the list goes on and on. So with over 20 additional services beyond those meals, we are that full service facility, and that's why we chose the name The Hub. It's that center.
Sure.
It's that center where we want people to call if you're beginning your journey in needing senior services, or your family member needs senior services. We look at ourselves as that hub, and then all those spokes
it kind of starts there.
Are every inch of this county.
And you can guide people where they need to go. Just start with you, and then your people take over.
My people will talk to your people, and we'll get you.
You have people.
I got people.
You got people.
And they're great people.
We talked a little bit about that. You had a Healthy Aging grant.
We did. So the Ohio
which was a big deal.
Yeah, it was a really big deal. The Ohio Department of Aging distributed ARPA funds to the counties, and ours went to the county commissioners, and they did a grant program that allowed to provide these grant funds to support housing stability, to support nutrition programs, and digital literacy. Those were the direct initiatives of the Ohio Department of Aging. And Meals on Wheels, see, I'm calling myself Meals on Wheels. The Senior Hub was a recipient.
See how hard it is when the director can not get it.
That's right. You have it. But we were recipient of those funds, and we were able to start a digital literacy program. And what that looks like is we have a computer lab now, and we're offering classes where seniors can come in and learn how to use a computer. How do I turn this on? You know, how do I get on a site? How do I download an app? Because what we're hearing from our seniors is, you know, to access healthcare portals, to access, well, the library was on before us. They have the digital,
Sure.
library services.
You have to know how to do it.
You have to know how to do it. Couponing, everything, online banking. There's just so many things that you have to get an app or access, and it leaves some of our seniors behind who don't have that ability. So we're helping with that. We were able to also purchase tablets and Wi-Fi through a jetpack, through a digital inclusion program through Verizon Wireless, so that seniors out in the county who don't have the ability to have internet access now can connect, and we teach them how to use those tablets and how to get on there and communicate with family, how to access your healthcare portals.
Well, after all, you are the hub.
We are the hub. But that was, I just have to say a big thank you to our county commissioners for placing those funds with us, because we can immediately connect those with the seniors and the older adults here in Fairfield County who need the service and who need assistance.
And again, as Anna mentioned, we talked about the library, as many things as they do. We're just touching on some things that Meals on Wheels, the Senior Hub, is involved with. Now, believe me, you go on their website, which is
theseniorhubfc.org.
Theseniorhubfc.org. Interactive, lots of stuff on there, lots of information. You can really kind of get involved with everything. And if you have any question, they can call then. And if you want to make any more inquiries about that.
Right, so 740-681-5050. Give us a call and we'll connect you to the department that can best serve you and connect you with the services that are right for you or your loved one. I wanted to talk a little bit about housing stability as well.
That's an important one.
It is, and a lot of our seniors, they do have homes, taxes, they still pay taxes. Taxes keep increasing, the property taxes and that kind of thing. Utilities increasing, groceries increasing. So housing stability is a huge issue for many older adults. We hear older adults that may be not purchasing groceries so they can buy medication, or not buying their medications because they need groceries, or a home repair. So at the Senior Hub, we do have programs and services available to help ease that burden for seniors. So whether you need a minor home repair, say your AC's out, your air conditioning's out, and you need to get that fixed. We're in the middle of a heat wave, and that's going to be a burden for you. Give us a call. We have funds available to assist for minor home repairs. Say that you need some adaptive equipment, some handrails, a ramp built. We have funds available for that. So you don't have to eat into your funds that you need for your food and your medication and to pay your utilities. So there's a lot going on there for lower income seniors. We do have commodity food boxes. That's a 30-pound box of food that we can get to you each week or each month, Again, utility assistance, financial assistance for rent and mortgage. If you're in delinquent status, we can assist with that as well. So just, if you're having issues, problems, you have challenges that you're facing, we encourage you to call out to Meals on Wheels, the Senior Hub, at 740-681-5050 and talk with the aging office. And they're just going to start gathering information and seeing what programs and services that we have available to assist.
So make that initial call and explain your problem and let your qualified, talented folks take over and start directing them in the proper direction. Big help, big asset.
Big help. And one of the biggest requests we're getting beyond the meals and the food is caregiver support. We have a lot of folks who are caring for their parents or caring for a spouse, and they find themselves in this situation, and sometimes it's difficult, it's a challenge because we've not been trained. I don't know about you, but I am not a nurse. And so, sometimes you do need a little bit of guidance and direction on, hey, what's the next step? What should I be doing here? How do I get my person in and out of a bathtub? How do I get them in and out of the car? Why are they behaving in this way? So all these questions fall under our caregiver support. And our aging services staff can assist you and guide you with resources that can help you be successful in that role as a caregiver. Because it's an important role, because we want you to care for yourself so you can be a good, strong caregiver. But we also want the person that needs the care to have proper care. And that's what we're all about.
I think we've told you that the role you perform is unreal. I mean, there's many things as you've gotten into, and it just keeps expanding. And that's why there are some capital campaigns going on to help, even in that big building you have, to better utilize the building that you do have. Because it's all not being utilized now.
Right. We have about 12,000 square feet that we're not using. We did not renovate it during our initial construction. Our goal was to get in because we needed a place to prepare those meals and, provide those services. And so we are looking in the near future to expand our footprint within the organization, within that facility, and we will be doing a capital campaign. And I don't want to speak out of turn, but we have some capital money coming from the state, which if that's approved, will be a big chunk.
Big help.
Will help us because, when you look at our senior hub, we bring in interns. We bring in social work interns. We bring in people who need service, volunteer hours. We are really a hub more so for the community beyond just services. We're a place for people to engage with other people to engage as a member of our community. And that is so important. And that's what we all love about Lancaster and Fairfield County. We engage with each other.
Sure.
We care about each other, and we're here to take care of each other.
Play well together.
We play well together. And the Senior Hub is a great place for that. So we've had a lot of great interns, from Ohio University, Kent University. We've done master programs. We've done bachelor programs. And so we love helping to create that next generation of social work and helping people to understand the needs of older folks because, you don't want that to get swept under the rug. Our older adult population is exploding as those baby boomers come on. They're going to continue to come on for a few more years yet. And we see that growth at Meals on Wheels, the Senior Hub. And we know our programs and services need to be available when people need them.
Anna Tobin, Executive Director with the Senior Hub. Now, how do we phrase that now?
Your local Meals on Wheels provider.
Your Senior Hub, your local Meals on Wheels provider. Don't want to forget about Meals on Wheels, but it's that and, as we now know, so much more.
I like that.
So just keep expanding. You're doing a great job. You and your staff down there are just really needed services. Again, as my baby boomer generation gets there, we need you. Thanks for being out there.
Well, we appreciate our community, and we appreciate you having us on every now and then so we can help our community understand all the services.
One of the great places around, Meals on Wheels, the Senior Hub. Look them up on your search engine. Great website, all kind of information on there. Give them a call if you need to. They'll help you. They'll lead you in the right direction. Anna, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us, Fairfield Today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.